Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of On the Couch with Creatives. I say good morning because I'm here in the UK, but good afternoon or good evening if you're anywhere else in the world. I'm Melanie Perry.
And I'm Julie Howard-Mew.
And this is On the Couch. Followers of the show will know that this is part of the Creatives Network, the professional network for creative industries globally. Together, we help you create, connect, and grow your creative business. But this is On the Couch. So, Julie, who do we have on the couch today?
Well, today is someone who knows all about putting your best foot forward, or should I say your best face forward. It doesn't matter what your business is. The image of yourself you portray to the world is what people believe you to be and what people buy. And if you're selling products or services, people will invest in you if you are what they are looking for. So it's all about the public image that you put out there. And we welcome on the couch image consultant ELAINE Evans. Hi, ELAINE. Thanks for joining us on the couch today. Let's kick off with how you become an image consultant. How did you start?
It's sort of evolved really over time. I was very lucky. I started working with Elizabeth Arden, first of all in John Lewis, Oxford Street, and then I went to their salon, trained as a beautician and worked in their Bond Street Salon. And then I carried on working in that field for many years, and then trained in image in 2005. And so I've been working, it's actually looking at, the whole self, the entire image. It's about skincare, not just makeup, but also style, colour, the whole thing. It's showing off you in the best light. Sorry,
I beg your pardon. I interrupted you there before you finished talking. I beg your pardon. What did you say?
It's about showing the individual in their best light, promoting that person so that they feel absolutely good about themselves and putting a spring back in their step.
Because let's face it, when we look our best, we feel our best.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, my good example of that one is a professional who does an awful lot of public speaking. They're very good at their subject, but they're not necessarily confident on how they look, and that can hold you back. So it's about helping the individual feel much better about themselves. Yes.
Do you have a good mix of men and women who come to you for image consultancy, or is it mainly women?
I've actually trained in men's consultancy as well. There is extra training you do, but I think I'm one of the few that also help men too. Yeah.
But it's not as if makeup is such a no-no for men these days. A lot of men wear makeup.
Well, yes, because actually when you think about makeup, it's about enhancing and concealing. It's not just slapping makeup on for the sake of it. It's about concealing bits that you're concerned about and enhancing the lovely bits about you.
Yeah, you can do wonderful things with makeup. I mean, I saw I forget the lady, but it was something on YouTube quite a long time ago, and she was talking about contouring using like shade for contouring, your cheeks, and getting rid of a bit of under this. I must go back to it to try and get rid of a bit of this. But after she'd finished, she looked about 10 years younger and looked like she'd lost about 3 stone. And it was just all shading. And if you could shade the right bits, it's amazing what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I actually helped a man who had skin cancer at the side on his temple, and where they'd actually done a skin graft, that the colour of the skin was much paler. So I showed him how to conceal it. And, he said he'd wish he'd met me 8 years ago.
So what do you do when a person comes to you and says, look at me, I look like a frump, I look like somebody that is incredibly uninteresting. I need some boom, boom, boom. What do you do? How do you start off changing somebody or styling somebody?
It's finding, well, you see, that's exactly it. It's working with the personality. It's working with that person's personality, because, you know, you can't put all men in a suit, for instance. It won't work. It's about working with that personality. So if, for instance, they're in IT, they won't want to be in a suit. If they're an estate agent, they will, or possibly a financial advisor. But it's about finding out what they like to wear, what they feel comfortable in, their lifestyle, and then you can advise from there. It's actually very, very tailored to the individual.
Because we are all individual, aren't we? You know, not one size does fit all.
No.
And just going back to your story about the man with face cancer, I think that's really lovely, because I think that we all have things that we want to cover up, and there's such a range of makeups out there that can, as you say, conceal things and make things look a little bit better, just to give you that extra bit of confidence as well. But it comes down to colouring as well, doesn't it? Like colouring of not just obviously makeup and stuff, but your clothes. How do you work with somebody to find out what are the best colours for them to wear, or the best shapes for them to wear?
Well, if I can show you this is the Munsell colour chart. And Albert Munsell discovered that in 1903. And it's about your hair, skin and eye colouring. So with mine, for instance, I've got red in my hair, green eyes and freckly skin. So mine will be on the warmer side of that. But and they look better on me. As you can see, I'm wearing green today, and that colour does look better on me. So for instance, you, Melanie, because you're a cool, because you've got a silvery colour hair, is it blue eyes?
Yeah.
And fairish skin, then these sort of colours will look better on the opposite side to me.
Yeah, I tend to veer towards blue. I mean, I'm wearing grey today, but I wear a lot of blue.
But you know, it's sort of much more scientific than that. It's about the shade of the colour, the clarity of the colour and the depth of it. It's not just, oh, any old blue, because a pale blue you might look very washed out in, but if it was a brighter blue, you could look fantastic in it. So
well, it's very good in dual colours, and put me in pastels or grey, and I just look totally washed out.
I mean, some colours can reflect up on the face, and you should know this, being a videographer, Melanie. You know, colours do reflect up, and it's those colours that can either make you look vibrant or make you look really old.
Yeah, I can't wear yellow.
No, no, because it is on the warmer side.
I often thought that I couldn't wear yellow, and then one day I did, and it looked amazing.
Oh, I can't wear yellow. It bleaches me out. I'm quite good with stronger colours. Like if I go, and makeup helps as well. Like I wore to a network meeting the other day, like red. I was feeling very vibrant. So I had bright red lipstick, had a bright red top, and I had a sort of red bandana, and actually it did look really amazing. So strong colours do actually work quite well on me. And I think, does it change as you get older? Because I'm pretty sure some colours don't work on me as well now as they did when I was younger.
Yes, because your hair colour will change. Your skin colour will change, because obviously the melanin over time will change in the, which is a skin hormone, and that will actually show up in your skin too. So when your hair does change colour, naturally, I don't mean sort of having gone to the hairdresser, it will sort of dull. Even your eye colour can dull over time.
God, I didn't know that. Well, my eyes being so ill the last couple of weeks, my eyes have definitely dulled down. I can't wait to get that little sparkle back, I tell you. But it's funny you say that, because I have definitely noticed a change in my skin tone from when I was younger.
Yeah. And obviously, if you change your colour hair, that makes a difference as well. So it's about the hair, skin and eyes. It's the whole total, that part of you. I mean, obviously, if it's to do with style, it's to do with body shape. It's the, your individual body shape, how the fabrics drape on your body. Because it's no good wearing, if you've got a good figure, it's no good wearing a tent-like style, because it's not going to do anything for you. That will definitely make you look frumpy and old.
I think everybody would love to have the body shape of Princess Catherine. Every time I look at her, I think, oh God, I just wish I had a body like that. But I've learned through trial and error what my imperfections are. And I do have some nice bits, but quite a lot of the time there's quite a lot of imperfections. And I know how to hide them and to enhance the good bits. So do you place your clients in front of the mirror or in front of you, and you say, well, you've got no waist, so stay away from belts and legs? Do you actually go through every single physical characteristic?
Well, yeah, I go through what concerns them first, and then we go into their body shape, and then we decide together, their body shape. It's all done in a discussion, I would think it'd be quite rude, really, just to say you've got no waist.
Well, I know I have no waist, so I keep away from.
You can have a short waist, or you can have a long waist.
I have a Regency, waist right under the breast, or I have a dropped waist, which was very fashionable years ago and isn't now. But I will never put a belt around my waist, because I know I don't have one. I know that.
You can wear a belt.
If you're going to offend your clients if you point out some imperfections, surely?
No. It's about making people feel better. It's a positive experience. It's never negative.
Yeah.
You can wear a belt, because you wear it forward, not sort of tight around your waist.
What do you mean forward?
You wear it looser in the front.
Oh, like a loose knot rather than with a big belt buckle.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a more soft belt as opposed to a hard edged.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll give it a try.
Okay.
It terrifies me. Since lockdown, and menopause as well. Menopause just destroyed my body completely. And it's kind of like everything from like down here is just round mess, really. So it's kind of like I would freak out going to a stylist. Well, I could benefit massively from going to a stylist, but that whole idea of going to a stylist terrifies me. And I don't know whether it's just because of what Julie said about all your bad, because you must have people, Elaine, who come to you who just say, like, I'm just a whole raft of bad bits. What can I do to make myself feel better? Because I hate this and I hate this and I hate this and I hate this. My favourite bits is kind of like from the chin up. I'm kind of very presentable from like this, but like from oh God, I wouldn't know where to begin.
It doesn't usually start like these are all my bad bits. It's normally I've lost confidence in myself. Help me. It comes down to that. I've had children, I've put my children first. I've let myself go a bit. Please help me.
Yeah.
So people don't really come, well, I've got this bad bit and I've got that bad bit. It's about they normally say I've been for an operation and I really do need to get myself back into gear again. Yeah. And so, I can do that with makeup as well. Women do make this mistake of wearing the same makeup that they wore when they were 20, and when they're 50, it does not look good on them.
No.
So it's a matter of getting them to, realise that and we do a makeup as well. And I can turn it into a makeup lesson because obviously I've got the experience, having worked for a cosmetic brand too, of showing them how to enhance themselves much better.
Yeah. No, I like that, because I mean, I had a discussion with my mum a little while ago, and she was just saying that exact thing, because she had an operation for diverticulitis about 5-6 years ago now, maybe. And she had to have a colostomy bag for a little while. Then she had a reversal. But my mum has always been very, very, proud of her appearance. Her clothes were always very important to her in her younger life, and right through now she's always beautifully turned out. But she said, her stomach is so big now because of all the scar tissue, and she hates it. And she said, I can't wear clothes anymore. I can't look nice anymore. I've got nothing that will fit me because I can't. She's got fairly slim arms and legs, a good bust, but this big stomach with all this scar tissue, and it's horrible. And I think it's nice if there's somewhere that she could go to say, well, actually you can find things, and this is the sort of things that you can do.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I do when I go personal shopping with somebody. It's thinking about the problems they're trying to overcome and disguising them. It's about disguising those parts of you, like your mum with her stomach. You certainly wouldn't want to go anything cluttered around the middle. It would be much better to have just plain, a dress even would be much better than separates.
Yeah, she doesn't want anything tight around.
No.
And do you also take your clients, obviously you're looking at the whole person. So you've got the makeup, you decide on the colors that suit them best, the styles that suit them best, to the regarding their body shapes, and then you take them to the hairdresser and you decide on the color and style of the hair.
No, well, not normally, and that's something that they would do before they get to me. And it's about working with the professional, the hairdresser. I can help people choose glasses, for instance, to help suit the shape of their face and also their colouring. Because it's good to have something that really suits the shape of your face as well as your colouring too.
It's nice that you do personal shopping as well for people, because I think that's really important. If people, you can tell people their styles or whatever, and then they're left to sort of get on with it. Whereas I would want someone with me saying, right, that would suit you, that wouldn't, because I hate shopping. I absolutely loathe it. I detest it with a passion. I'm not a typical woman like that. I can't stand clothes or shoe shopping. I hate it.
It can actually become fun when
if
you know what suits you.
I defy you.
Somebody with you, because when you're on your own and you pull something out and you think, well, maybe it suits me, maybe it won't, you just need that second opinion, really, and a few giggles. And
also you'll get the truth. Because quite often if you are somebody in the shop, they'll want to just sell it to you regardless.
Yeah. I don't shop. God, I can't even really. No, I don't even want to say the last time I went clothes shopping, because you probably hate me forever. It's a long time ago since I went shopping for clothes. Hate it.
I think people do. They put put it off. If you don't enjoy something, you put it off, don't you?
Hate it.
But it's about making it into a fun experience, really.
Yeah, I've got my sister-in-law's wedding coming up in August. I'm dreading it.
You need to see me then.
I think I might have to we'll have a little chat afterwards. Oh God, yeah. So and do you do that, the whole shoes and everything? Do you do like the whole
the whole thing, the whole outfit? Yeah. I mean, I can actually go to the bridal venue and help do the makeup and help with everything.
Wow.
So once you've got everybody, once you've got a client looking absolutely beautiful, the makeup is perfect, the hair is perfect, the clothes are perfect, do you encourage them to go on professional photo shoots? Do you accompany them on professional photo shoots? Because obviously a photograph is what people see when they go onto social media platforms like LinkedIn, which is a business platform. That is the best face that they are presenting to the world. Do you help them in that regard?
Yeah, I attend photo shoots too, and videos. So, you know, I make sure that they're looking absolutely perfect for that. Yeah, and it's not just about making people look beautiful, because obviously men will want to look handsome. So if it means putting concealer on them around their eyes, then so be it.
Well, I don't think men mind putting makeup on if it's for a photo shoot. I've been in television all my life, and the male presenters anchoring shows and presenting the news, they all have makeup on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have to for the lights, because just bare skin, just the light would just bounce off like you wouldn't believe. You know, you have to have at the very minimum some mattifying powder to you know, cut that glare from professional lights. You know, they're very bright and very hot.
Well, it's
Yes,
not as
exactly.
if every man wants to look like Marilyn Manson or Boy George. You know, you can use very subtle makeup as a man when you're in front of the lights. And as you said earlier, Elaine, if you do have problems with your skin, like the skin cancer scar, you can use makeup to help obscure that as well.
Yeah, there's professional brands out there that you can use for that sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you have a preferred brand, Elaine?
No, I don't actually. No. I mean, I do work with Neil Jard Remedies for skincare, but you know, I'm quite open to looking at others. I mean, as time goes on and technology moves on too, you have to keep up to date, because they make new discoveries all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they do. And there's some lovely makeup now that are really light but are really heavy coverage, that can cover tattoos and things like that. So if you're wanting to cover a particular thing that, you know, for whatever reason, if you want to cover up a tattoo, you know, you can do that, or birthmarks, or lots of different things, but it looks quite natural. It doesn't look like you're wearing a mask. You know, it's quite amazing what they can do now, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So
well, they did years ago with pan stick.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it's amazing
that
that
it's developed
natural. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep talking over you. I think there's a bit of a delay here. What are your top 3 tips, Elaine, for people who are interested in going into a career involving not just makeup, but styling and imaging?
My top tip would be, it's not full-time. So you've got to actually work back from that, you know. It's not full-time.
Yeah.
So if you're fairly artistic and creative, that is a very good start. Yeah, I mean, I do speak to students all the time, to be honest, about this, and you know, quite often students get the glamorous side of it, but they don't see that there are the hard graft side of it as well, you know.
Yeah, and it's quite competitive, isn't it? I would say, because there's a lot of stylists out there, whether they be makeup artists or colour people. What's that? There's a company, isn't there, that does colour? I forget the name of it now.
House of Colour,
House of Colour. Yeah, you know, there's lots of different ones, so it must be quite hard if you're a youngster coming up saying, "Oh, I really want to be a stylist," for, you know, unless you are a full-time stylist on, you know, fashion shoots or in the movie industry or whatever, where you're employed to be a stylist or employed to be a stylist for a particular celebrity, then I imagine it would be quite difficult to have well, like anybody in a small business, a sustainable amount of income.
Well, even if you're in those sort of programs, you're it's going to come to an end, and you're always going to have to be looking for more work. You know, so it's not something that's perpetual. You do work, then you stop. You're constantly looking for work. People find you because they recommend you. So that's always a good thing too.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so once you've made that person aware of their colours and their style and whatever, they don't need you anymore, do they? So you'd be off to the next one.
Yeah, they don't need you, but also they're quite often, the people around them will notice the change in them, because they'll notice that they'll feel more confident about themselves, and therefore naturally recommend you.
Yeah, that's what you want, isn't it? At the end of the day, as a small business owner, is
Yes.
to have that that word of mouth.
Yeah, definitely.
Recommendation.
And it's
Do you
about
have to have some sort of knowledge? Do you have to have some sort of knowledge of fashion?
I think it's good to always follow fashion if you want to be in that. Yeah, definitely. It doesn't mean to say that you have to have a degree in it, though. You know, I mean, it's a bit like studying to be a beauty therapist or a beautician. You don't have to be in that all the time just to become a stylist. I mean, I was just lucky. I had the start that I had, but not everybody gets that sort of luck to go through from the beauty right the way through into style.
Fantastic. Okay, we've reached.
Let's get on to digging deeper into the psyche of an image consultant, Melanie.
Yeah, my favourite bit. Here we go. My values jam cards, my beautiful soft cards. I always feel better when these come out. I was going to run my finger along my cards, Elaine, and then you just say stop, and we'll pick a card.
Stop.
Oh, stop. Okay, what have we got? Ooh, we have got, this is quite a good one for what we have been discussing. We have got creativity. And
that sums up image.
Creativity is creative, isn't it? So because we're creatives on the couch, we're going to ask you creatively about creativity. So Elaine, what does creativity mean to you? What does it look, feel and sound like?
I think to me it's completely different to how the other individuals see it. Creativity is there's no end really to creativity. I think people stop themselves being creative because of their own barriers. It's about, you can be creative in anything. You know, you can be creative in designing a new kettle, for instance. But will people buy it at the end of the day? That's the thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Problem solving. If you solve a problem, you're being creative. What does it feel like?
I think it sort of makes you feel freer being creative.
Yeah.
It gives you wings to fly.
Yeah, I would agree with that. What does it sound like?
Sound, that's a good one. I've never thought about it sounding like anything, but there's creativeness in sound as well. Yes.
Some piece of
I
music.
mean, for instance, music. You could be creative in music.
Absolutely. What's your favourite piece of music, Elaine?
That's a good point. I mean, when I was a young child in school, we had a very good music teacher, and I didn't know anything about classical music. But he introduced us to Peter and the Wolf and Eine kleine Nachtmusik by Mozart. So I suppose when I look back, those two pieces of music are my favourite.
Oh yeah, I remember having Peter and the Wolf at school as well. I love classical music though. It's just so relaxing. It depends what mood I'm in. What about you, Julie? You know, sometimes I feel like I really want to rock out, and sometimes I just want that gentle, calming, feel.
For every mood, you can pick music for every mood, and it's nice. Sometimes some people like to create with music in the background. So if you decorating your wall or your room, or painting your wall, or making little dolls, or knitting. You know, it just depends on what your mood is. Absolutely. Well, it's been wonderful to have you on the couch, Elaine. Thank you for joining us and
Thank
giving us
you.
a few secrets about styling and imaging. Is that the correct verb? Imaging, or is it? No.
I would say image. But
Image.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so sort of imaging.
Not sure.
Well, thanks very much for joining us on the couch, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. And Melanie, would you like to say goodbye as well, and make an appointment with Elaine to get yourself sorted for your sister-in-law's wedding?
Yeah, I think I need to, absolutely. As Julie said, Elaine, it's been an absolute delight to have you on our show this afternoon. Thank you so much. And to everybody else, thank you for joining us. Until next time, we'll see you.